is Gary. Show's about to start. Gare! Maybe somebody inside will know. Hey, Gare! You seen Gary Owens? Yeah. Excuse me, mister? Mister?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Eric Boardman, and I'm here to do another dinosaur show.
Really?
Yes, yes. And I'm supposed to meet somebody here. He's, about this tall, dark hair, probably wearing a sport coat.
Oh, and does he have dark-rimmed glasses and a mustache?
That's him. Have you seen him?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Gary Owens did give me this note to give to a tall, skinny, red-headed kid in a striped sweater.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Oh, mister.
Yes, yes.
Do you like this dinosaur patch?
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like that.
That'll be 27 cents plus tax.
What would Gary be doing in the basement? Okay.
Going down.
Great.
Next stop, basement level, storage for Allosaurus arm bones, Brachiosaurus backbones, Camptosaur craniums, Diplodocus digits, Neoceratops elbows, Radosaurus ribs, Stegosaurus sternums, Tyrannosaurus tibia.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, you're welcome.
Where
Watch
is
this Gary. Hey, did I mention Ultrasaurus ulnas?
Yes!
Hey, Gary? Hey, Gary. I don't believe this. Where is he? Hey, Gary!
In here, Eric.
Where? Where are you?
In here.
Gary, what are you doing down here? The show is about to start.
I understand that, Eric, but I have a problem. I really do.
Ooh, look at that neat stuff down here.
Eric, this is important. This is important. There isn't much time left.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how much I love dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not going to believe this, but I'm turning into a dinosaur. Eric, I'm serious. Look.
Scales.
Yes, and you should see my legs. According to this ancient book on dinosaur folklore, this transformation can only be stopped by the waters from the Crystal Palace.
And I'll bet you want me to go, right?
Right.
But what about the show?
We'll do it just as planned, Eric. Now, I want you to take this bottle and get it filled with water from the Crystal Palace.
Okay.
And here is your ticket to London.
London?
Yes. And hurry, please. It's spreading, and it's getting worse. Oh, my gosh. Look at the time. We're almost on the air. It's time for the show. Let's go to the elevators.
Let's take the stairs.
Hurry, hurry. It's spreading.
Hi, I'm Gary Owen,
And I'm Eric Boardman.
and we're here to take you on another trip into the fascinating
The fantastic.
world of dinosaurs.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like if dinosaurs were part of our modern world? I think it's safe to say that for every person who is less than thrilled with dinosaurs, there are scores of people who love them. Why are these kids paying homage to ancient reptiles, dancing to the Bronto Boogie. What has this town gathered to celebrate? Well, it's the arrival of a creature that roamed these parts here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 65 million years ago. Pentaceratops. Its name means 5 horns in the face. Weighing in at 3,500 pounds, this Pentaceratops is the only full-size bronze dinosaur sculpture in the world. It now guards the entrance to the recently built New Mexico Museum of Natural History.
Everybody loves dinosaurs. They attract people for reasons. When we got the extinction hypothesis, nobody said the clams died out, or the lizards died out, or this died out. They said the dinosaurs died out. And it centered people's interests in history and in the past of life, I think, which has been just tremendous.
I'm here at the San Diego Natural History Museum, standing in front of the fossil remains of a duck-billed dinosaur that lived 80 million years ago. You know, interest in dinosaurs has never been greater than it is right now, thanks to scientific discoveries that have changed our perceptions of these great beasts, and of course the movies, television, books, and yes, even comic books. Let me take you on a tour of the world of dinosaurs. Now I'd like you to meet some of my favorite dinosaurs, and I hope some of yours. Remember the bones we saw a few seconds ago? Well, they were from a creature similar to this. This is a Corythosaurus, one of the duckbills. Now, see that crest on the top? That's a bony structure that scientists theorize served as an echo chamber for mating calls. Let's hear your mating call. Not bad. Ah, Stegi. I'll make that Stegosaurus. Believe it or not, this one is just a baby. His daddy would be 30 feet long. Oh, and about the color, the pink and the green? We really don't know what color dinosaurs were. Scientists are only guessing. That's what makes the study of dinosaurs so fascinating. Now, you're probably saying, here I am with my old friend the Brontosaurus. I'll tell him. This specifically is an Apatosaurus. This creature lived during the Jurassic period and grew to be 33 tons and over 70 feet long, and that's feeding just on plants. So kids, eat your vegetables. These jaws were the most powerful jaws in the history of the world. They could eat through anything, kind of a living Cuisinart. This, of course, is the Triceratops, and this life-size model was built by the folks at Dynamation International. By the way, they're going on tour soon with this exhibit, so check your local museum. But right now, I want you to meet the world's #1 favorite dinosaur. He's big, he's mean, he was the king of all dinosaurs, the big cheese, the guy who ran things 65 million years ago, Tyrannosaurus Rex. You know, with those 60 saber-like teeth, anything that got in his way became dinner. And these forelimbs, which may look like fighting claws, probably really weren't. Scientists speculate that these arms were used to lift the dinosaur up off the ground after he'd slept. You know, if you were to ask any paleontologist, they'd tell you that we've only just begun to find out about dinosaurs. Well, we've always thought the Brontosaurus was the biggest, until recently, when a bone was found bigger than any other. In fact, it's so big, it'd make these guys look puny. It's called the Ultrasaurus.
That amazing discovery took place in western Colorado. For years, renowned paleontologist Jim Jensen had been prospecting in his favorite hunting ground called Dry Mesa Quarry. Many important fossils dating back 140 million years have been found in this area, but none so dramatic as this. In 1979, he unearthed an 8-foot-long shoulder blade. He later found a 9-foot leg bone, and it was back at Brigham Young University that he created a model of a leg from a dinosaur he called Ultrasaurus. He estimated that the complete creature may have stood as tall as 55 feet and weighed in at an astounding 80 tons, making it the largest dinosaur ever found, that is, so far.
If you like your dinosaurs really big, you should take a trip out to the desert in Southern California. And there you'll find 2 of the biggest. They're just off the freeway between San Bernardino and Palm Springs in a little town called Cabazon. These cement giants are the handiwork of octogenarian Claude Bell. He started work on his Brontosaurus almost 20 years ago, at the age most men retire. It took 15 years of his spare time and money to build. His Tyrannosaurus has only taken 5. People thought he was a little touched when he first came to the desert and talked of creating a dinosaur park. But now he has more help, and as far as Claude is concerned, these two are only the beginning. Parents should take note that inside the Brontosaurus is a gift shop filled with those little dinosaurs that every child must have at least one of.
I love the dinosaur. I'd like to go in his stomach.
He's trying to do something that you like. Dinosaurs, people really don't know them right. They're wild, and I don't know, there's a fascination about them. They'll eat you up if you don't watch out. And how they disappeared, nobody knows.
No picnic living in this primeval world. You got volcanoes, earthquakes, storms. But that doesn't explain what happened to the dinosaurs.
The extinction of the dinosaurs is one of Earth's truly great mysteries. You must remember that dinosaurs were not the only animals alive back then. Possums, birds, salamanders, turtles, and even other reptiles like the crocodile survived. Thousands of varieties of insect also survived. But why is it that all the dinosaurs of the world didn't? Let's see if Eric found the answer.
What's your theory of why the dinosaurs are extinct?
There must have just been a terrible accident. I just can't understand it for any other reason. They were very admirably suited animals that had a long history of existence, but yet, for some unusual reason, they came to be extinct. I have no other explanation for that, but there are some interesting ideas that are being bandied about currently, and one of the most provocative is that of having an asteroid or some planetesimal collide with the Earth, creating what at that time would be equivalent to the things that we've been talking about nowadays as a nuclear winter.
Maybe someday scientists will figure out what happened. After all, the science of paleontology has only been around for 1/1,000,000th of the time that dinosaurs ruled the Earth.
People say, why study dinosaurs if for no other reason to find out why they were so successful? I mean, you can't just dismiss an animal or a group of animals that may have been successful for as much as 200 million years.
What if dinosaurs did survive? What would they be like today?
I think there would be many kinds of dinosaurs that would look quite oddly familiar to us if they were alive today. I suspect, and this hasn't been quantified, that there are regularities in the evolution of multicellular creatures that tend to select for an end product that is recognizable because it's useful biologically.
Hi, Gare, it's me. Yeah, it's Eric. I'm in London. Yeah, I made it, yeah.
Hornets? You really are turning into a dinosaur.
Eric, we're ready on the set.
Hey, hang on. I'll get right back to you, I promise. London, England. It was here that the name dinosaur was first coined. Back in the mid-1800s, Richard Owen created the word dinosaur, or terrible lizard. Now, prior to that, they had found bones of creatures they thought might be sea serpents or dragons. Remember St. George and the Dragon? The English have always been fascinated by dinosaurs.
That's right, Eric. You know, the English like dinosaurs so much that they have made London second only to Tokyo in the number of times a city has been destroyed by prehistoric monsters. Of course, we're talking about the movies, and these scenes are from the 1961 release, Gorgo. There really was a dinosaur called the Gorgosaurus. It was a two-legged meat-eater related to Tyrannosaurus rex. But it should be pointed out that the real beast reached a length of about 26 feet.
Piccadilly, the heart of London. Words can't describe it. There's been nothing like it, not even the worst of the Blitz. This section is complete shambles.
Now let's get back to a more scientific approach to dinosaurs with Dr. Angela Miller in the British Museum of Natural History.
You know, Angela, this is the largest Triceratops I've ever seen.
Yes, it's one of the largest specimens that's ever been found anywhere in the world. As we know, they grew continuously throughout their lives, like modern reptiles do. Triceratops lived in large herds roaming across the plains of North America, much in the way that buffaloes do today. And it's also rather interesting, it's one of the very last dinosaurs to go extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period.
Wow.
Oh, this is the iguanodon, right?
That's right, Eric. The iguanodon was the very first dinosaur ever to be discovered in the last century. And this, Eric, is the very first dinosaur fossil that was ever discovered. Wow. It's actually a tooth of iguanodon that was found in 1822 in Sussex.
So this was the first dinosaur fossil ever found?
That's right. It's the first dinosaur fossil ever found that was recognized to actually belong to an extinct animal, rather like a lizard.
May I? I won't drop it.
Yes.
Now that we've covered the first scientific dinosaur discovery, let's take a look at the very latest. This is a Dimetrodon. It's been considered one of the very oldest reptiles from the age of dinosaurs, dating back some 200 million years. Now, recently, a new dinosaur has been found that takes the first appearance of the terrible lizards back another 20 million years. Paleontologist Rob Long made the discovery in his favorite prospecting area, Arizona's Petrified Forest.
No place in the world do we have a laboratory, as you say, like this one, where we have it all. We know, we can visualize what was under a rock, or what was in a pond, or what the jungles were like at the beginning of the age of dinosaurs. There's no place in a concentrated area like this that you get so much of the ancient environment.
What Rob found on this trip to the Petrified Forest are the bones of a previously unknown dinosaur. But most important is that the rocks the bones were encased in were dated to be 225 million years old. Other scientists came and helped carefully isolate the earth and rock containing the bones. Then they coated it with a protective plaster shell so they could take it back to the university at Berkeley and remove the bones under laboratory conditions. After reconstructing the skeleton, Rod debuted a rendering of a new little dinosaur.
There is Gurney at this moment. Long neck, small head, rather stupid. Probably spent most of its time walking on all fours. And this would be about 1/6 the size of Gertie.
You don't have to be a scientist to build dinosaurs.
As a youngster, I used to build my own cars, and from that I used to see the shapes of the parts remind me of animals, so I just started building dinosaurs out of them. What you're looking at now is a brontosaurus. It's about 37 feet in length, and it weighs about maybe a ton and a half, and it's made of automobile parts. The head is made of oil pans, neck is drive shaft, the legs are control arms, the lower control arms, and the feet are brake shoes. And it's all just a conglomeration of automobile parts made into the 20th century dinosaur. That's a pteranodon, which has a 14-foot wingspan. And the colors are just one that I decide what I want to paint them. I just paint them right colors, because no one knows what color dinosaurs were in the first place. So I just choose the colors I see fit.
look English. Where's the Crystal Palace Park? What's your favorite dinosaur?
These are the fossilized remains of a marine lizard that lived some 70 million years ago. It was called a mosasaur. And even though it isn't really a dinosaur, it is interesting to note where this sea creature lived, right in the middle of Kansas.
It really was a completely different world back then. In fact, it was during the age of dinosaurs that the Earth's land masses separated into the continents we have today. And once they had drifted apart, evolution and climate changes created unique new plant and animal life in each region of the world. Now let's go back to Eric's explorations in the wilds of London.
Oh, goodness, look at this one.
I can't believe it. Here I am on the outside of town, taking a voyage into a primeval world filled with wonderfully weird prehistoric creatures. Where did they come from? Are they the work of ancient dinosaur lovers? Wait a minute. I know.
I think I'm in the right place. Crystal Palace Park. Aha! This is bizarre.
Yes, Eric, this is the Crystal Palace Park, well known throughout the world, actually, due to the animals that we see portrayed on the island here.
Now, who built these?
It was constructed by Waterhouse Hawkins in 1854.
Forgive me, Stephen, but they don't look technically accurate.
Eric, they're not accurate. Take that particular one over there, that Inguandan. Have a look on his nose. See that bump up there? That bump is really the thumb. It was an error made, but the error was really, you can anticipate the error because they did not have any full skeletons of these prehistoric animals at that time. These were in 1854 when they were constructed. 30 years later it was before we could actually find whole skeletons dug out the ground.
What's interesting, the dinosaurs were fascinating to people back in 1854 just as they are today.
Right, yes.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
I haven't got one particular because one you see with a grandeur, power and strength, and others you see with a slenderness and a sleekness to them. So each one is like a painting, each one has a different quality.
But before I leave London, there's one thing I must do.
Gary, I've got it. I'm coming right back. Oh, man, I'm late. Oh. Hey, Gary! I got the water from Crystal Palace. Hey, Gary, are you down here? I've got the antidote. Your troubles are over.
I don't think so.
Hey, Gare, come on, at least give it a try.
Eric, I think it's too late.
Well, come on out here. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Okay, but get a grip on yourself. Ta-da! Well, what do you think?
This is amazing.
I've always considered myself a dinosaur freak. Now, I really am one.
Gary, you know what this means? You're gonna be big. Bigger than E.T., bigger than even Rambo. I mean, I can see the cover of Time magazine and maybe even a guest shot on Merv.
Ooh.
Book deals, record deals, movie deals. I mean, all of Hollywood's gonna be at your claws.
True, but every scientist in the world will want to examine me. Probing.
Probing?
Not probing. Probing.
Probing?
No, read my lips. Probing.
Oh, probing. Ooh, that would be awful.
I need some time to think this over.
Okay. And I won't tell anybody. But what are you gonna do?
Well, I do have this one idea.
Attention, please. The museum is now closed.
Well, it's a living.
You know, I've had an awful lot of fun working with the Garyosaurus on this show, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. You know, there's a lot more to learn about these incredible dinosaurs, and I suggest that you visit your local library, or if there's a natural history museum in the area, by all means drop in. Oh, and believe it or not, this is our second dinosaur home video release. The first one was called More Dinosaurs, and if we can, I'd like to show you just a little bit of that right now.
Well, Eric, I need more dinosaurs.
More dinosaurs?
You're going on the adventure of a lifetime. Yes, in the great tradition of those early American dinosaur hunters, Othniel Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope, you're going on a dinosaur safari.
Whew, I better get moving if I'm going to find more dinosaurs.